Came here in 1974 and was recruited by George Smith, who was the dean at the time, to teach health psychology and behavioral medicine and kind of broaden the perspective of what young medical students are learning beyond biology, but the kind of human condition that people go through. I retired in 2005, so I've been here 31 years. It was a delightful experience. One of your questions was, what did this mean to you and how did it influence your career? Well, it was my career. I never left. Everything that I wanted to do, I got to do here. Academics, you move around, and I thought I would too, but I was just fortunate enough to do the things that I wanted to do. George Smith was a pathologist, and he felt that we needed to have this more human side of things as well when he recruited me, and so it was kind of exciting to come here. I had done my internship at the VA hospital in Palo Alto in clinical psychology and met Rebecca Jankovic, who was an intern there, and she happened to be from Reno, and I got this thing in the mail saying, there's this new medical school and we received something on you, would you be interested in applying? And to be quite honest, I didn't know anything about Reno. And she said, I think you'd like that, Jerry. You kind of like the outdoors, you like to do things, and you want to go into academic field, but not necessarily in a psychology department. I was in the Navy for 3 years during Vietnam, and as a psychologist working with physicians, I liked the health psychology behavioral side of that. No interest in really being a physician, but I liked what I was doing. And so I came over for an interview, and George Smith hired me, probably at their regret, because I stayed forever. What's exciting is that the school did become a four-year school, and it's really well respected. And as Dr. Doherty told you earlier, there are other community-based schools, but that was another attraction to me, is that getting out in the real world. I'm a kind of practical person, and I like to get out in the real world and do things. Probably the reason I wouldn't have survived in some psychology departments is they get real theoretical and all those other things. I'm kind of practical. Get them out there, get people to have experience with physicians, getting trained by those physicians, and they've done well. And our students are all over the place, as you know. Some of them chosen to be practicing physicians, and they do a great job of that. And some of them have gone into academics, and they do a great job of that. And some of them have gone into research and do a great job of that. I mean, we have, Kim Eagle is the head of the Cardiovascular Institute in Michigan. It's a multi-billion-dollar thing. I have a cardiologist that I asked him one time if he knows Kim, and he goes, how do you know him? I said, he was one of our students. He goes, wow. And of course, you know some of the other ones. But those who went on really to great things like that in academics aren't the only ones, because the other people that are practicing every day, I think, are just as important.